I'm Angela. Welcome to the Smitten with Shabby studio. Come on in, let's have some fun. Hey guys, Angela here. Welcome to Smitten with Shabby. Howdy to any new folks, and welcome back to any return visitors. Today we are going to make journal card pockets, journal cards and pockets 5 different ways. And what inspired me to do this was using a guest check as a pocket that houses a place for you to journal. So I thought, what all could I make these little cards out of? Because I usually don't. I use a book page or whatever. I don't leave a ton of empty pages for writing. So it's helpful if I can create little hiding places or, little secret spots for people to write in the journals. And this is the perfect thing. So we're going to do it 5, including this one. This is number 1, 5 ways. So just quickly, we'll start with this one because it's the one that I showed you. The prototype, I guess you would be. It's just regular guest checks so we may make all these today and then maybe decorate them in the next video because I tend to talk way too much and it takes forever. So that's going to be the plan, Stan. We're going to get through making all 5, hopefully, and then we'll come back on another video and decorate them. And I know it's boring. I should have already inked this, but it is part of the process. And ink the back. The kind of cute thing with this pocket is you can stick it down on a page, or it can be a floating pocket. Then they get double the space to write. So that's kind of nifty. I'm so happy that I have my regular sponge dauber back. I had purchased some of the domed ones. I thought, oh, that's cool. And I just purchased some, whatever I saw off Amazon. But they would deteriorate, and as it came off, it got in the ink. It got everywhere, so if there was like a little chunk of it and you rubbed your hand on it, you put ink everywhere. So no bueno. So I was happy to get these back. Not everyone may have guest checks, so the next one we're going to do will be with something you may have around the house. So you kind of get the idea right here. And then for the card itself, all we're going to do is take this little thing, which we're going to keep because we can use it for something else. And get this card ready to go here. And because it is a journal card and it's going to fit in the with this pocket, I'm going to go ahead and round the corners. And then make those corners okay, we're almost done, we're almost done, we're almost done with this one. I'm gonna grunge it up some. And we can do more when we decorate it. Okay, so how I did this one was I sewed around it, and you don't have to if you don't have a sewing machine. You can definitely glue around it, but I'm going to sew, and I'm going to do that again very quickly on this one. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. So then there you have the pocket. We have the card that's going to go in the pocket. And so that people know that this is actually a pocket. Probably should have done this before I stitched them together, but oh well. I'm gonna put it and then, so this fits in here now. But I want it to have some, you know, zhuzh. I'm going to zhuzh it up a bit. And I think a pull, maybe this well-toe pull will work. Something red, definitely, I'm thinking. I have a few different red ones hanging out here. So we can do that red. This red, which I like better because it matches that red. Or this red, because that's kind of like gingham, diner-ish. I think this one's the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Do I need to zoom in a bit? Let's try. Well, maybe too much. You know, might not want to see my hands that closely. And then I'll get this already. I'm going to pay attention to the time this time, which I did not last time. End up having a 5-hour video. Which, even though I'm here for 5 hours crafting, I'm sure you guys don't want to be watching me for 5 hours. That looks like it's in the center. trimming using Fabri-Tac, my favorite glue. And there you have it. There is journal card and pocket combo number 1. Okay, so Angela, I don't have guest checks at home. Is there something I can use to make this at home? Well, sure there is. Let me show you. I'll show you all of the other ones and then we can decide which one. I'm sure everyone has some type of greeting card or card that you got, I don't know, an old birthday card or Christmas card or whatever. This one just happens to be one you get from donating, in this case to the Holocaust Museum. So we can use this. So that's one option. Another option is the envelope to said, not this specific card, but another card. They usually come with envelopes, but if you have any envelope, it doesn't have to be decorated, because remember, we're going to decorate them in the next video. But this is just a coffee dyed or tea dyed envelope that is folded in half. So obviously, you get where I'm going here. The journal card's going to go in there. So that's your second option if you don't have guest checks. The third option is just 3x5, or any size actually, note cards that you have. These happen to have been coffee dyed, but putting 2 of these together creates the pocket, right? And you can either cut another card, kind of like we did with the guest check, down to go in there, or you can find something else. This is going to be a little wide, so I bet we end up doing something like this, but we will see when we get there. But that is another option if you don't have guest checks. And then the last option is probably something everyone has, which is paper. This is just regular scrapbook cardstock paper. 2 pieces cut to the same size that will make, you know, sewn or glued together on 3 sides, will make a pocket for this card. Okay, so let's do this one next, because I don't know, it looks like it'll be fun. So the first thing we want to do is cut the card, and you would cut it depending on how large of a pocket you want. So you want to take into consideration what size journal you make or usually make. Come apart. All except for one little spot. Clean that up. And then this part, save, because, oh, this to me looks like it would make a cute flip up. But that's for a different video. Okay, concentrating on this. So the top is already done for us. We just need to do the 2 sides, right? And determine what we are going to use as the journal card that we're going to place inside of this pocket that we're making. And as I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of what I could use. But I'm going to, let's glue it first. I don't know this one, I'm not feeling the stitch vibe, so we will glue this. And I'm going to use art glitter glue for this. Maybe. If I can get the thing out. I haven't used this today. We'll see how participatory. So, and then decide what side do you want the card to slide in and out of. This side or this side? Well, let's see. Good question. I think I want it to slide out of this side. I'm trying to think how it would look in a journal, how I would most likely butt it up against the page and let the tab stick out. So I probably want to do it this way. So, item number 1, glue the two sides together, maybe, or not. Here we go. Now I may have gotten you too close to me. Come on. Work with me here. Tiny, tiny bit of glue. And it is our glitter glue, so it's going to dry very quickly. Okay, so what can we use as a, because I glued it, there's not a ton of space in there. So maybe we can use one of, yeah, let's use one of these cards. And these are old Project Life cards that I was planning on using with the envelope. But let's just use it with this. Doesn't really matter. When we decorate it, we can either leave it blank, like we'll put something over this so that you don't see this. But for now, I'm just gonna, I don't know why I'm inking it if we're not gonna decorate it, but just to show you what it'll look like. And who knows, maybe we will have time to decorate one or two of them. Like for me, I would just take some book page and cover that right up. Do I have any sitting here that's wide enough to do that? Check that out. Okay, let's do that really quickly. That's not quite wide enough. This is wide enough. Let's see, do I have something that I like better? Let's use a piece of this. Cut it down. A little bigger. Perfecto. Well, almost perfecto. Not like totally perfecto. We'll have to do a little trimming, but that's okay. That's okay. I do though want to pay attention to, so this, and yes, the thing I love about Fabri-Tac is that you do have a few seconds to move things around before you have to, you're not stuck. Let's see if we can do this with the corner around it. Maybe I should wait for it to, I'm reaching for the corner around here because I can't see what I did with it. Voila. Let's take the slightest edge off first. Then let's round the corners. And then this, let's stitch really quickly. Let's do that very quickly. So we have stitched, but we've left them a little room, and then we're going to use this side, which we will decorate. I keep saying we're going to decorate, and then okay, anyway, which we will decorate on on the next video or later in this video. We'll just see how it goes. I think we want it to be green. That one's interesting because it kind of has green and blue. Huh. Let's use it. Am I close enough to you? I always, when I'm editing them, I'm always totally out of the frame. I need a little, like a laser line that when I'm too far from the table, it goes beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I know. I'm a goof. But that would definitely keep me right up here where I need to be. You think it's in this, so it's in the center this way. When you look at it this way and do it, it doesn't look like it's in the center because the columns are throwing your eyes off. And if there's any way my eyes can be thrown off, they will be. Okay, number 2. Ooh, it's not glued all the way, not dry. Okay, wait till he dries. He's gonna go in there. He's number 2. Next, let's do the little envelope because it's simple, just like the one we just did. So get these simple ones out of the way. The first thing that you want to do is glue the top of the envelope down so it's not flipping up and preventing your journal card from going into the pocket. right? That makes sense. So let's see. Do I feel like stitching this one? I'm not feeling the stitch on this one either. Yeah, let me run the stitch through it. Hold on a second. Okay, it came out a little wonky, but not so wonky I can't handle it. Scoot back up. And then we're going to use another one of these Project Life cards in here. And what I was thinking is if we use this blue one, then that could kind of stick out like that and be the, and maybe we don't need a tab necessarily on this one, we just have it like this and it matches. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe so? If we can't stand it when we look at it again, then we'll do something else. But I think that it works. And it has this cute polka dot pattern on the other side, which makes it a little easier. We don't have to do anything special, cover it, or anything. Okay. So there's number next. So what do we have? We have the greeting card. We have the envelope. We have the actual guest check one somewhere around here. So 3, so we have 2 more to go. The next one is really simple. It's just taking 2 pieces of yeah. For the life of me, the word just slipped out of my head. Index cards. Yeah, there's the ticket. And putting them together to create a pocket. These cards have been coffee dyed, which is what gives them that kind of grungy appearance. And then I think we'll use one of these as the card that goes in it. So I am going to sew this, and I'm going to do a zigzag around it, I believe. So I'm going to stop us and turn us right back on. Here it is, all sewn up. Cute, cute, cute. Ready to be decorated. And we just need the card to go in it. So the card, we obviously is not going to go in it this size. Let's cut it down. I have no idea how much to, should have measured, but I'm not the measuring kind. Let's see if this fits in here. It's a little tight, but it does work. And it sticks out a little bit. Are we okay with that? It's gonna have a tab on it. Maybe we should just take a little hair off the edge. Okay. We're done with him. He's our journal card. We want to round his corners. Ink him up. This one is super simple and can also, and it could be a floating pocket, but because of the stitching on the back, I'd probably glue it down. Oops, I just found this. Let's check out this. And frame, Angela, and frame. That's kind of cute, right? Or that's even cuter. But a different side. But it does give me an idea for decorating it. This part, which has to do with numbers. Because this has numbers on it. So see what I mean? Then it would fit in there, and then your tab would stick out. Number 4. Here we are on to the last one, which is the one that gives you the most, I don't know, you could do anything with these. All you're doing is making a pocket with them, or with it, I guess you could say. So all kinds of ideas are bubbling around in my head. You could cover it with fabric. I have a ton of fabric. I could cover it with. But like I said, we're not decorating yet. I'm just putting the pieces together. And this, I totally have an idea for decorating it now. So I am going to stop and sew around the edges, and I'll be back. Okay, back guys. So, and I had a thought while I was sewing, and I think on this one we do need to put the notch. And we didn't on the other two, or maybe the last few, 3 that we did, because they didn't really need it. This one probably could go without it, but it's getting a little one nonetheless. And that's because it's just like on like. And you might not be able to tell that there is something in there. Oh, how cute is that? That was not even something that came to my mind, but if you put this in there, then you would have a whole heck of a lot of writing room. What do y'all think about that? I mean, we could put a tab on it. We wouldn't need it. We'd have to only put it on one side so that we don't glue the whole thing shut. Or I guess we could put it on the front. Ah. I don't know, I kind of think that's really cute. Not so sure about the tab yet, though. Maybe if the tab just wasn't so big and pronounced and saying, hello, come over to my house. But it would be better. Let me see if I have one that's not so. Attention getting. I could use one of these. Just glue in there like that. Could. Okay, I have two green ones that I found, and also a cream one. Oh, that may work out nicely, actually. These little ones take up very little room. So it could be that, or it could be green. Which I don't know, that just really throws me off. And what about this one? So not on the cover, I think it would have to be on the back. So kind of like that, gives it a lower profile. I don't know, or does it need one? I don't think it needs one at all, actually, now that I think about it. We have this big old divot in here to say, hey, there's something in here. I don't know. I think I'm going to think about that one. I kind of like it. And I like the fact that it gives them so much room to write. Okay, so that was super quick. Or it probably wasn't super quick for you, but it was super quick for me. Journal card and pocket 5 ways. 1, 2, 3, exactly how I want to. 4, 5. Let me know what you think, guys. And if you enjoyed this video or got anything out of it, I would love it if you would like and even subscribe. That would be awesome, and I would appreciate it so that I can continue to create videos. Anyway, until next time, take care. Bye, guys.